Howdy gang, welcome to another edition of MagicReview.com. Today we got Vanishing Pen by SansMinds presents, and 2.5 stars, stone status of gem with a teeny little teeny little G. Overall, the gimmick is good. It's well made. I'm assuming if you like the effect. If you don't, then stop watching the videos. But if you like the effect, the gimmick will do what it says, and it looks as good as the trailer. They didn't cheat in the trailer, thank goodness. The ad copy is pretty good and everything. The problem I had was the DVD is 8 minutes long, and there's so many little fine points that you need to be able to understand to do this effect that they just don't cover. And I feel that that's inappropriate. It's unfair. It's inappropriate. You're going to charge $30 for a DVD and give us 8 minutes of instruction. I think that's kind of ridiculous. So let me just show you. This is the you're getting a gimmick pen. Think Vanishing bottles. This is one of those. It's made out of the same material, but it's still. You can tap it. I don't know if that was a very good sound, but you can tap it on a table. You can write with it, but then you can put it in a napkin, like so. And no, I didn't sneakily switch the pens. You'd have a spectator hold this. I'm just going to kind of do it with my mouth here, and then you squish it like this. And that's the basic effect. Now, you have to be a little, I'm very awkward now at this point with the ball of paper, but there you go. That's a pretty clean display, unless you're behind me. Then it wouldn't be so clean. Let's see if I can clean that up a little bit. There, now it's pretty angle proof. And then the idea is you reproduce the pen out of your back pocket or something like that. You throw this away or put it aside in your pocket. Okay, so that's the basic idea. If you know what the Vanishing bottle is, you know exactly how that worked. The problem is you saw how awkward it was once I squished it. Well, imagine you're doing that right in the spectator's face because they're the ones holding the pen. That's kind of a problem, and you have to be very careful that you don't expose the gimmick. And so some tips and pointers on how to deal with that would have been good. They also kind of allude to borrowing a pen and doing it. Well, obviously, if you're borrowing it, you got to switch it for your gimmick pen, and then you have to, if you're going to reproduce the pen, you've got to put their pen somewhere where it can be reproduced from, and switch in the gimmick pen. And so, and they do briefly touch over that switching thing, switching or hiding the pen and switching and all that. Problem is, you don't really see a full performance from start to finish, and so they should have shown you from the beginning what it looked like, so you can get a feel for the choreography and all that. Basically, all you get is Will Tsai sitting in front of a camera, saying, take a. I'm trying to think of a good example. Let's take the bite a coin trick, right? I'm going to try not to expose that gimmick for those out there that might see this that don't know about it. But imagine if the DVD just said, look, here's how it works, and then they show you the mechanism, if you know what I mean. There you go. Now you can do the trick. That's it. That's your training. That's basically what you get with this. It's really not much more than that. He shows you the pen, shows you how it works, which, again, if you're familiar with a Norm Nilsson bottle, you know exactly how this works. And that's pretty much all he does. There's really no detail at all, and that's very typical of SansMinds videos. So my big criteria on judging a product is the ad copy, and this time they actually did okay. There is one part where they say you vanish the pen while it's in the spectator's hands. That's not true. They're holding the napkin, and the pen is in the napkin that they're holding, but they can't actually handle the pen. They can't do anything with it. They can look at it, and you could look at this pretty closely, and it doesn't look, weird at all. It looks like a regular pen, but they can't hold it. So that I give them a little bit of a hit for that. But my other criteria besides ad copy is just how good is the product. And if there's a gimmick involved, I look at the gimmick quality, which the gimmick quality on this is very good. It's very, very good. Then I look at the training quality and teaching how to use the gimmick. And that's where they really, really fell short on this. And then the last thing I look at is how doable is the method. And, sometimes the method is, it's clever if you're looking dead on or something like this. This one, the method's pretty doable. So now as I'm thinking about this, maybe I'm going to up my rating from a 2.5 star to 3. So I think I will do that. I'm going to make it a 3-star product, stone status of gem, because the big place where they fell short was not the gimmick, was not the ad copy, was not the doability of the method, but it was the training. The training was terrible. It was very, very short and wasn't very good. But there's enough on there that if you even got a little bit of experience, you'll get this, you'll play around with it, and you'll be able to work, practice and work the handling to where you don't expose the gimmick. So I think that's good enough. 3 stars, stone status of Jim with a very small G. Let's move on to the random iTunes song of the moment today. Let's see what we've got. I just bought some new stuff, so let's see if we got anything good. Oh, this is good. It's not one of my new ones, though. Woo! Yeah. Skeeter Davis. Anybody know who that is? I do, because I grew up on that stuff. Going Down the Road, Feelin' Bad by Skeeter Davis. Yes. That's the old truck driving classics. My dad was a classic country diehard, man. We had all 8 tracks. Yes. If you don't know what an 8-track is, you're too young to watch this video. 8 tracks. We had all 8 tracks. My dad had a big old case of them, full of all these, Red Savine and all these classic truck driving country singers. And Skeeter Davis, this is a sort of a greatest truck driver's hits is where I got this one. But anyway, well, that's a flashback to the past. I think that was old when my dad was a kid, man. Anyway, enjoy the random iTunes song there. I'm going to put a link to it down on YouTube, and I'll see you on the next review, guys. See you later. Peace out.